Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday night. It is time for the Monday Night Cup Series powered by World of Thunder. This evening, LSR TV, your home for sim racing, is at the virtual iRacing Martinsville Speedway in Ridgeway, Virginia for 250 laps tonight in round number 10 of the Monday Night Cup Series. Good evening. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside is Washington State's Greg Rentz. In the production chair is Charles Wooten from Wichita Falls, Texas. Greg, Martinsville, the paperclip, the half mile of mayhem. So many racing stories made here in this hallowed half mile facility built back in the 50s. And tonight, virtually, we should see another historic 250 lap race.
Oval that the train tracks run behind. Wesley, going to be a great show here tonight at Martinsville, the World of Thunder, the Monday Night Cup Series. Short tracking here tonight, Martinsville Speedway, 250 laps. Tempers are definitely going to be flaring up at the end of this one. Wesley, we are excited to see what's going to happen, and it is looking, based off qualifying times, it's going to be a great battle between a couple of drivers that we have seen put on quite a few good shows here on LSR TV in the past. We've got Garrett Maines from the Outlaw Super Late Model Series, and we got Boyd Hogan, who's been one of the big dogs in this series here so far. A couple of fast drivers, just not 1/1000th of a second apart in practice.
And how about Garrett Maines going to the top of the board right now? Jason Maines, his father, is also in the mix. We're watching these drivers make their way around the half mile as we got a couple of cars spun there in turns number 3 and 4 as practice is about to come to a conclusion. When practice concludes, we will go into qualifying. And remember, a quick reminder, we'll be right here on LSR TV at Martinsville on Sunday night, September 27th. Actually, Sunday afternoon. It's not a nighttime event. It's an afternoon race for the inaugural running of the Martinsville Esports 300, sanctioned by the Simulation World Auto Group. Swag Esports is putting on this event along with the Martinsville Speedway. $1,000 to the winner, $100 to start. The same type of format that you see regularly for the late model stock extravaganza every year at Martinsville. Of course, this year canceled due to COVID-19. And the opportunity for some big money, a check, bonus prizes, contingencies, and a grandfather clock also, Greg.
Grandfather clock, one of the best prizes in the world of racing right here at Martinsville, going to be epic. That's coming up on September 27th right here on LSR TV, your home for sim racing.
And don't forget also, tomorrow night we will have coverage of the brand new LSR TV Stadium Super Truck Series from Wild Horse Park in California. We will have that coverage beginning tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Derek Fulton and myself will be in the broadcast booth for that. It should be exciting. Wednesday night, it is the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park for Twin 20s. And then, of course, coming up on Thursday very soon, exhibition race on the 17th. But you've got, of course, the playoffs beginning after the final race of the regular season this week for the AMA Next Gen Challenge Series. Then they move into the playoffs, and then you've also got all the other great coverage that's all on the way. It's qualifying time now for the drivers of the Monday Night Cup Series, getting ready to shake their cars down, put the best lap of time on the board. We'll watch these drivers set the best lap of their two. We'll lock them in for their feature race. And right now, 3 cars have already taken time, Greg.
Going to be a good one, Wesley. So far, like you mentioned, a few drivers taking time, the quickest of which is Andrew Navarro in the number 22 Ford Mustang, 19.328 to a 3.98 by Jared Mogard, but he gets knocked off by a driver who was very quick in practice earlier today, Wesley. Jesse Powers was up in the top 5 in practice in his number 32 Toyota Camry. He's on top of the board at a 19.100, but we have got quite a few heavy hitters in this field here tonight. Looking forward to seeing how this qualifying session shakes down.
Making sure they put their best lap around the half mile of mayhem here at Martinsville to lock themselves in for a good starting position as we watch these drivers work their way back around the racetrack on the clock. Looks like we had about 19 or 20 cars take time, as now we see this machine work its way down the back straightaway, the 32 machine. I believe that's Will Duvall.
No, that is Jesse Powers. Will Duvall normally runs number 32. He's actually running number 11 here in this one tonight, Wesley.
Okay. Thank you for the memo on that.
Here we see the number 2 on track. This is the number 2 of Caden Atkins coming out in the number 2. Going for a slide on the backstretch. That should discount his second lap, so he's going to have to sit on the 19.438. Driver still making it in here to the session as we get set to qualify here, Wesley. We've got a few drivers from our Swag Esports Outlaws series that we broadcast on Wednesday nights in the field. They have joined. We saw Daniel Hinder in a great race with Garrett Maines. They're both in the field tonight. We've got Jason Maines as well. Can't count out Boyd Hogan. Jared Mogard in third right now. So far, it's been a pretty fun qualifying session. About half the drivers in the session have taken time so far.
And that 21 just deciding to drop out of his qualifying time. As here comes the next machine out there, 33, AJ Stravato. We'll see what he can do. He's got at least one win on the season. Came, of course, at Las Vegas. This is round number 10 of the Monday Night Cup Series this evening from Martinsville. We were scheduled to broadcast Talladega last week, and unfortunately, due to some logistical errors, we were not able to do that. So I know a lot of people have been asking, when are we going to make that race up? Well, hopefully we'll make that race up at a later date. And I'm understanding next Monday will be a doubleheader, Watkins Glen and Talladega. Holy smokes, Greg, that's going to be a fun Monday night.
That's going to be wild, Wesley. 2 entirely different forms of racing on Monday night. New driver in second. We saw him in qualifying a moment ago. The 33 of AJ Stravato. He goes second, 19.151. Kind of surprised, Wesley. No one has hit an 18 yet. Fast time still 19.100. This is one of the heavy hitters we talked about. This is Garrett Maines in the number 1 Sadler Esports driver, one of the new teams on iRacing over the last few weeks. Elliott Sadler joined the iRacing server, and within 3 weeks, Wesley, he had his own cup team ready to go and tackle the servers of iRacing. This is one of his drivers right here, Garrett Maines in the number 1.
Out of Powelton, Virginia, the Smithfield Foods Sadler Esports entry. There he is. Let's see what Maines will do. He goes to the top of the board as fast qualifier. 250 laps about to get underway here after these final cars take time around the Martinsville Speedway, preparing for, again, the next round of the Monday Night Cup Series, presented and powered by World of Thunder. And speaking of World of Thunder, another Munster event coming to LSR TV on September the 13th through the 18th, sanctioned by the Dirt drivers of World of Thunder. It will be the 3rd annual DirtFan.com Super Late Model Speed Week. 6 nights, 5 different tracks, big money on the line, and it'll be broadcast on LSR TV September 13th through the 18th as we got him spinning on the front straightaway.
One car going around. That is the number 511 going for a spin here, Wesley. That's Gary Peck. He was 4th in his first lap, so that's going to be the lap that count. But here comes one of those guys that you have to keep an eye on every single week here in the Monday Night Cup Series. The number 96, Boyd Hogan, on track. Jeffrey Earnhardt Esports driver, Ray Alfalfa's crew chief in the NASCAR E-Coke Series. So Boyd Hogan, a big dog here on iRacing, and here he comes out here on the Martinsville to see what he's got. And in relation to Garrett Maines is 18.764. Hogan was fastest in practice, a 7.79. So we'll see how it goes. First lap for Hogan is in the board. Second, 18.880, as he's about a 10th off of Maines. We'll see what he's got off of turn 2 here on the second lap, and he's not going to get it as he slides to a stop off of turn number 2. So he's going to have to settle for second, Wesley.
Definitely one of those drivers that was going to be trying to give a fit, if you will, to the man at the top of the spot of Garrett Maines. He's at least got to second best. And Hogan with 2 wins on the series so far this year. Couple more qualifiers left to go. This will be our 20th qualifier. Number 14 machine making his way around the speedway. Don't forget to follow LSR TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, World of Thunder iRacing League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Oh, going around. Number 14. That's Jason Maines, another one of those Sadler Esports drivers. He goes 5th at a 19.181. Actually, I'm sorry, I had it scrolled up. He's actually 6th on the charts at a 19.181. Had it scrolled down one spot there, but Jason Maines coming out in the number 14 for this one. Another Elliott Sadler Esports driver. 2 of them in the field tonight.
So right now, 6th. See if he gets another lap to see if he can improve, and he doesn't. Spins it out down the front back straightaway on the number 14 machine. And it looks like his son, Eric Maines, will be the fast qualifier alongside with Hogan. As 20 drivers have officially qualified, they'll get ready now to set field for 250 laps around the paperclip half mile of mayhem, Martinsville Speedway, coming up on LSR TV as the field gets gridded. Should be a good one. Round number 10. Actually, correction, it actually would be round number 9, and it looks like we do have one more qualifier left to come out. It looks like the number 3 car will attempt to try to go on the clock here.
Dylan Parker in the number 3 coming out for this one. Looks like he's going to be one of the final drivers to come out to qualify, beginning his qualifying lap. Good to see car count back on the rise here in this series, Wesley. I know they were a little bit worried about car count earlier, but they are starting to come back here, and we're trying to get and recruit some more drivers as Parker catches the wall in turn number 4. That's going to cost him, and that could cost him both laps with where that was on the racetrack.
We have 2 in-race reporters here tonight at Martinsville Speedway. From Nashville, Tennessee, Brett Rolls. And from Mannington, West Virginia, we will have BJ Duval joining us. As this driver takes 21st, I think, I was thinking around a 25 car field, so I'm very happy with those numbers. And now we'll get the field set here. And remember, a lot of these drivers, Greg, I wonder if they're taking advantage of this race to prepare for the Swag Esports Martinsville 300 coming up in September.
Very much could be a chance to get some seat time in. Different style car, but it'll be a very good one coming up. Good chance to get some seat time here at Martinsville, get a nice practice race in, and it's a chance to really do something here in this series. We're going to skip the scheduled heat race. We're going to move right into our warm-up. 24 cars have registered for the session.
There you go. I figured we get about 25. So Cody, got to be happy with me, buddy. I figured about 25 cars. So we're 1 spot shy. So I'll take that. So this is what we're going to do. They're going to take a quick warm-up session. This is about a 5-minute warm-up to shake their cars down, make sure they're not having any type of electronic internet issues, technical server issues, anything like that. And again, what we will do is we are going to take a break. When we come back, we will introduce the starting lineup. And before we go to break, I want to say a big thank you to all of the swag partners of the Simulation World Auto Group, Swag Esports, Billy Smith, and so many others that helped increase the car count for tonight. I will tell you that not official yet. There is a possibility of a merge with the World of Thunder drivers of the Monday Night Cup Series joining with the Swag Esports program. And I feel like what we have done right out of the gate, bringing new drivers to the table, can extend that olive branch, Greg Rentz.
Hopefully that is indeed the case, Wesley, and we can see something big happen here. The rumors are flying, and hopefully we can make it happen, but that's coming up in a few weeks if that happens. But we got Martinsville tonight. They're warming up, so we'll be right back on LSR TV.
To be a fun time here at the Pay-Per-Click of Martinsville. When we come back, we'll introduce the starting lineup and get ready for 250 miles, 125 laps around Martinsville Speedway on your home for sim racing.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen, in reverse with cars going.
Back here at the Martinsville Speedway, and you did see the promotion for the Swag Outlaw Super Late Model Series coverage on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. That is all part of the new Swag Esports lineup. Charles, our producer, let me bring you back to the fold here real quickly, my friend, and then I won't ask you to talk anymore. Tomorrow night, an historic night for LSR TV and CRN Sports Network, the new LSR TV Stadium Super Truck Series. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, sorry, reception's bad. And I was like, reception's fine. No, yeah, we got a new series. It's looking forward. We're going to be, of course, CRN, LSR TV, Race on Texas, all getting involved. Going to be a fun one. You know, we don't see the stadium trucks or rallycross too much, so we're looking forward to it.
Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park is where we'll be at tomorrow night, beginning at 8 o'clock. All right, let's go, Greg. It's time to introduce the starting lineup for round number 9. Because next week, the Monday Night Cup Series will be in doubleheader action at Watkins Glen and Talladega for round 10 and 11. Here's your starting lineup. Quick qualifier from, again, the number 1 machine from Virginia. That's Garrett Maines, the Canadian. In the 96, Boyd Hogan, he'll make up row number 1. Row number 2 will be Jesse Powers in the 32. To his outside, A.J. Stravato in car number 33. Row 3, Gary Peck in the 511, and Jason Maines to his outside. He will start in 6th. Row 4, starting 7th, Jared Mogard and Andrew Navarro in the 00 in 22. And to round out the top 10 starters, it'll be the driver of the number 07, or the Yeah. Oh my goodness, timing and scoring's all messed up. I'm having trouble seeing it. The 87 machine, and that's going to be the driver of Atkins, followed by Jake Silva and Caden Atkins. That's your front row, I believe it is. Give them the rest of the lineup, Will.
AJ Alfredo was scheduled to make the start in the 11th spot, but did not make the grid. I'll move Brett Rolls in the number 17 up. Dylan Parker and Jaden Kraus make up row number 7. That's our buddy Will Duvall and Ryder Strope in 15th and 16th. Mason Malayer, I apologize if I say that wrong, and Braden Black in the Kyle Busch number 18. Brandon Bullock and Cody Gatsky rounding out the top 20. Ted Emmenizer in the number 8. Was the final driver to take time. The only other driver on track after that is actually no one left. Daniel Hinder, Zachary Sandermano, and Brandon Sauls all did not make the grid, Wesley.
Yeah, Daniel Hindra, Mason Mueller, AJ Albreda, and Zachary Sagermano. Those drivers did not start. They might tag the back. Nonetheless, we're green flag. It's time to kick some asphalt. Monday night style, the Cups roar here at Martinsville. Around the paperclip, we're underway. I don't know if you could. And we were doing our kicking the asphalt segment, and we have a caution here, our first swag caution here. Let's take a look also at the swag instant replay. We'll find out what happened, Greg.
Take a look mid-pack. See what happens. One car going around. I believe that was the number 22 going around of Andrew Navarro.
Yeah.
On pit road already pitting. So 19 cars taking the green flag. Navarro going to be scored in 19th position as he's on pit road into number 22 to come in and get some service done to get that thing fixed and get it back out there. There you see our top two, Garrett Maines, Boyd Hogan. Two very up-and-coming stars here on the iRacing server. You're going to see him duel it out here tonight, Wesley.
The Virginian in the number 1 machine for Sadler Esports, the burgundy car, the 96 of Boyd Hogan. He's already got 2 wins on the series here for the Monday Night Cup Series. He's also, again, a big helper with Ray Fowler and what he does in his iRacing career. And now the Canadian now trying to battle with Garrett Maines Travado, who picked up a win on the Monday Night Cup Series in week 2 at Vegas. He sits now at the number 3 position. Jesse Powers, who normally is in the 32, is Will Duvall. Will Duvall has now moved to an 11 machine, and he's also one of our in-race reporters. We'll grab him as we're under caution flag here in the early going. Will Duvall, it's Wesley, LSR TV. You have a copy?
Yes, sir.
So, caution out in the early going. What made you decide to switch from your regular famous B32 to the 11 car tonight?
iRacing did that to me. I'm still in the B32 on my car, but iRacing switched my number over on me on timing and scoring. But it's all good. Still got my B32 out here, still running, still having some fun.
But once again, that dreaded numbers in timing and scoring not matching, but we do apologize for that. We'll do our best. I had a feeling you were in the 32 car, so, but man, what's your take around getting around Martinsville, especially preparing for that big Swag Esports 300 September 27th? Is this a big practice for you?
For me, I don't know yet, but I'm hoping so. This track's difficult. It's very tight. It's a tight little paper clip, but it's a lot of fun.
And the green flag's back out. We'll let you get back to it again. Green flag back in the air. That's Will Duvall. We'll catch in our next in-race reporter at our next caution flag, and that's the man from Nashville, Tennessee, Mr. Brett Rolls. Green flag, though, Greg, back in the air, and Maines has took off from the pack.
Garrett Maines having a nice run in the early stages here. Wesley pulling away from Boyd Hogan. Remember, Maines started on the pole. Sadler Esports driver up front. Boyd Hogan, a Jeffrey Earnhardt Esports driver in the number 96. How about Stravato up there in third in the number 33? He is having a nice run. Jared Mogart qualified 8th in the 00. He's already up 4 spots into the top 4. Here, the biggest mover of the day so far has been deep in the field. It's Ted Emmenizer up 6 positions from his starting spot, but already a couple of big movers through the top 5 in the case of Mogard and Atkins, who has climbed into 5th after starting 10th.
In the early going of this event and already putting around 10 laps on the board this time by when they come to the start-finish line. That's how fast this laps will fly around here if they can get a good green flag belt under themselves. It's Maines, Hogan, Stravato, Mogard, Atkins. There's your top 5 as they roar back to turn 1 in the early going.
Roaring through the field, down the back stretch now. Drivers still starting to settle in and get things settled down. You're on board. I believe this is on board Atkins in the number 2. He's running 5th. Has Gary Peck behind him in the number 511. So far, one of the biggest droppers of the race has been Jesse Powers in the 32. Started 3rd. He is falling back outside the top 5 to 7th right now. In that number 32, so you still right on board with Atkins. You got a great view of Mogard and Stravato up there in front of him. Up front, not missing much, is Garrett Maines and Boyd Hogan have opened it up, 3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. But Boyd Hogan slowly beginning to apply just a little bit of pressure to Garrett Maines. Watching them in turn 3, and I noticed it in turn 1 the time before. Let's see if they do it again here in the turn number 1. Maines is going about half a groove higher through the turns. Yes, you can see it. Hogan right there on the curb. Maines about half a groove up.
Riding on board with the leader, Maines, and there's Hogan on that rear camera, the leader. Down the front straightaway. Another lap of the board here. 250 laps to distance for these drivers. 125 miles. And again, a lot of these drivers, even though they're in cup cars and not late model stocks, Greg, can you take a lot from this race to prepare for the Swag Esports Martinsville 300 coming up in 3 weeks' time on Sunday, September 27th?
Oh, absolutely. Seat time is seat time. And at a track like Martinsville, it doesn't really matter what kind of car you're in. It's going to run the same groove. You got to run right there on the bottom as much grip as you can there on the concrete of the corners. So honestly, car type doesn't really matter in this case because they're all going to drive almost the same here at Martinsville. Got to get it right there on the bottom and then up to the wall on the backstretch. Leaders coming up on some lap traffic here in the early stages, Wesley, as Cody Gatsky moves up out of the way, as does Will Duvall. So a couple drivers going a lap down early. Nice job for them to move out of the way of the leaders as they work their way through, as Maines and Hogan leading the way early.
One of the drivers that I am keeping an eye on as well is that machine right there. Keep an eye on those cars as they battle, but watch the 00. Jared Mogard, when it counts the most, that 00 could possibly be there ready to battle with these guys. Right now, he's kind of lying in the weeds, playing patient. But we've seen that many times on the Monday Night Cup Series, Greg, where Mogard just kind of, waits until the right opportunity, and then that 00 gives it all it's got, and he's there at the home stretch. He's in 4th right now as we put 20 laps on the board.
Yeah, he's in 4th. Atkins caught up the wall behind him the lap before this, and they come up on lap traffic now. So Mogard, nice run, started 8th up to 4th, like we mentioned, doing a nice job early as Duvall moving out of the way to go. Whoa, in front of our leaders, the number 4.
Whoa!
Getting up close to the wall, Jaden Krause, and he comes.
Oh, they're not done.
Boyd Hogan, oh no. 2nd place, Boyd Hogan involved.
Boyd Hogan had nowhere to go.
Not going to be good.
That was the Jaden Krause machine. Jaden Krause into the 96 of Canadian Boyd Hogan. Nowhere to go. Swag caution out for the 2nd time, and now here's a look at our Swag instant replay. Greg, you saw it all unfold in front of you.
You see Kraus just trying to go out of the way and stay up top, went a little bit too high, caught the wall on corner exit, and it just bounced down and right in front of second place Boyd Hogan. Just nowhere to go for Boyd Hogan. We'll go on board with Jared Kraus. You see him going high just to get out of the leader's way, and right there just squeezes the wall, and it bounced him down right in front of Hogan. And that's so unfortunate, as the number 4 of Kraus, all he was trying to do was just stay out of the way, caught the wall, and came down right in front of the 96. Boyd Hogan nowhere to go.
Swag, caution, and instant replays are brought to you by Swag, Smith Wraps and Graphics. Get involved with the Shark with everything from a $25 original design to a $5 transfer for any car or truck. Logo designs and fleet discounts are also available. And don't forget, they can do race flyers and promotional ads. In reality, to take care of your race car, to your personal car, to even your iRacing car. And yes, for Charles, they even do RC cars. Get involved with the Shark, Smith Wraps and Graphics. Contact Billy Smith today on Facebook at Swag Motorsports, now proud to be a part of an esports racing division. So we're under the yellow flag again. Second time, a tough break for the driver Hogan. How badly damaged, Wheel? We're going to check in with Will Duvall. We're also going to check in. Well, actually, not going to check in with Will. We're actually going to check in on our second in-race reporter, Greg. And that's the man out of Nashville, Tennessee, Brett Rolls. Brett, how's things going so far out there tonight at Martinsville? A lot of cautions in the early 25 laps.
Well, pretty much to explain to people what it's like racing on this track, it's like shooting BBs in a boxcar. I mean, you got a bunch of cars in very tight conformed spaces. I've said this a number of times. This is the asphalt version of Williams Grove. So far, I think it's been going pretty good, though. Compared to some of the other races, a lot of calmness in the drivers to be able to get where we've been so far without all the cautions.
A lot of craziness here, and again, you're just kind of laying in the weeds, staying out of trouble. You're inside the top 10 and 9th. You're comfortable with that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really do too well at Martinsville. We came in qualified 12th. I'm pretty sure, but if we hadn't made a couple of changes, we'd have been worse than that. I'd be happy with the top 10. I think we got a little bit stronger car to compete. Going to have to rely on some fuel strategy and pit strategy to possibly score a podium, but I'd be happy with the top 10 and where we're at right now.
All right, go get it. That's our in-race reporter from Nashville, Tennessee, Brett Rolls. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get ready for the restart. Actually, correct that. Lights are off on the pace car. Nick, stay on that. We will actually get ready, Greg, to come back to the green flag here.
Yeah, lights are off on the pace car with a new challenger up front as Gary Peck is leading the way as Garrett Maines pulled on the pit road. He's in third right now. He brought the rest of the field down. Peck and Powers stayed out on this green flag, Wesley. So here we go, coming green. Gary Peck leading the way.
Make their way back to the Geico restart zone, and the green flag goes back in the air, down into turn number 1. It's Peck. We'll see what kind of opportunity he could muster over Maines, who battles back on the inside as they're door-to-door going to 3.
Here we go. To the inside goes the number 3 of Parker. Remember, we saw him at the wall in qualifying. Oh, sliding there was the 2 of Atkins, and that's right in front of Parker. Nice save by Atkins as he's kind of had a problem for Gary Peck in the 511. We got caution.
Well, that didn't go good. Caution out. Another swag caution and a swag instant replay, and man, when it rains, it pours, Greg. Looks like there was a deliberate comeback there on Kraus and Hogan, and then a couple of innocent bystanders in the mix. Man, the 4 car just simply came back, returned the favor, it looks like, between those two guys.
Oh boy.
Can we see it from another angle? We will.
Here we go. This is on board with Boyd Hogan, and he gets... Yeah, he had him cleared. Wow.
Well, you know what? From that angle, it really doesn't look like maybe that was intentional. It looked like just coincidence because they're the first, the same 2 cars. I would not say per se that Kraus turned him.
Well, here's an update, Wesley. Jaden Kraus, driver number 4, he has been parked and removed from the server by by race
The World of Thunder
management.
officials. Yeah.
So obviously something was said on the radio as Dylan Parker in the number 3 commented that it was the entertainment of the night in the race chat as well. So some stuff was definitely said, words were exchanged there, and we'll have to see if maybe we can check in and see maybe if we can get a PG.
Let's go back and look at it again. This is Hogan running on board with Hogan's car. Let's see what he does. Oh, wow. Yeah. I retract my previous statement of saying maybe that was an accident. The steering wheel don't lie, even if it's virtual.
Who was it?
Greg.
Carl Edwards, white gloves, threw him under the bus at Atlanta, that one there?
Yeah.
Keselowski.
Yes, sir. Steering wheel don't lie. And you can see right there, you can see where he turned. Deliberately turned that wheel into the 4. So Hogan continues, but Kraus has been eliminated from this race and has been parked. And there will definitely be an exchange of meetings at the virtual over office for World of Thunder when this race is concluded. Under caution, back after a quick break. Monday Night Cup Series rolls along in the paperclip of Martinsville, and things are getting wild here in the early going.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Lights are off on the pace car, getting ready for the restart as the pace car drops onto pit lane. The field will make their way back to the Geico restart zone, to those striped numerals on the top of the retaining wall, the safer wall barrier, letting know when to fire. The leader will be Maines. He'll hit the loud pedal. Green flag goes back in the air, and he is gone like a thief of the night. Off into turn number 1. Wow, what a restart. Oh, we got trouble. 2 car goes around. That's going to be Caden Atkins. Atkins collects another car. Yellow flag out over the speedway just as fast as we came to green.
I was going to say, I think that one came out faster than the green flag. We didn't even make it through the first turn on that restart, Wesley. We're under a swag caution once again. I believe this is the 4th time tonight already, and it's going to be a long one here tonight. The rate this is going. Take a look at the swag replay. Keep your eye on that number 2 of Atkins. Doesn't get going. Almost missed a shift and getting hit in the back. I believe that was Mogart that got him. And right there.
Oh.
Eminizer just barely tapped.
Eminizer's okay, though. No harm, no foul. No T-bone necessary for that car. You've seen the logo on the ball there, Valley Star Credit Union. There will be the virtual Martinsville Esports 300 for NASCAR late model stocks right here under the swag sanctioning body on Sunday, September 27th. Green flag at 1 p.m. The same format, Greg, that you would see at Martinsville, like I've done for years, joining Buck Bruce on the announcer team or media team. The same for this event. Qualifying, lock in the top 20. Then they will run 2 25-lap last chance races. The top 10 transfer to that. That locks in 40 cars, 2 provisionals by based of iRating caps or numbers or some type of opportunity will be done. That will set the 42-car field, 300 laps, and they will take a break for like 10 minutes on lap 150. But other than that, it should be an historic race. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I believe already, Greg, there's already 20 people signed up. Half the field is already signed up for that race.
I'm excited to watch that one, Wesley. I'll be watching at home here on LSR TV of that race. I'm excited to see that go down.
Join Buck Roos, myself in the broadcast booth on the call, Ray Richer And another young junior announcer by the name of Atlee will be joining us, giving us stories on the young all-star drivers, the young up-and-coming drivers of iRacing. And we'll have a junior race reporter along with Ray Richer as our in-race reporter. It should be exciting. It will be historic. It's just one of the big things coming. The Swag Esports on a simulcast broadcast on LSR TV, CRN, and also coverage will be provided by the Weekly Racer. And Martinsville Speedway is even involved. Thank you to Mr. Clay Campbell and everybody at Martinsville Speedway, Mr. Southers, Mr. Tim Southern, awesome people there. Everyone is involved in there. They're all excited about this event. The lights are off on the pace car. And I wondered, as I said, as I looked in my itinerary, preparing for tonight's broadcast for the Monday Night Cup Series, who would take advantage of this? And there's a lot of these swag or outlaw super late model competitors who are planning to run the Martinsville Esports 300 doing just that. Pace car is off. Green flag coming back in the air on lap number 39. Green back out. And again, Maines pulls away from the pack off into turn 1.
Yeah, another great start by Garrett Maines in the number 1. Here comes Mogard to the inside of Parker. Battle for second between the 00 and the 3 with Brett Rolls, one of our in-race reporters. He's hanging back there in 4th, but he's got a little bit of damage on the back of the car, that number 17 Ford Mustang, as Parker able to clear Mogard. Now, Wesley, years and years and years, Martinsville was a one-groove track right on the bottom. But lately, with the Gen 6 car and the aero package and everything, we've seen the outside lane come in over the last few years. Parker made the outside lane work there. Not something we've seen historically at Martinsville, but over the last few years, been more and more common.
Yeah, that's true. And we're watching these drivers fight and claw their way back around the corner as we're putting lap 40 on the board. Closing in on 200 remaining, as this race is 250 laps. And again, as you said, Greg, you know, it used to be one of those tracks where it was kind of a single file place. You had to kind of push your way. You had to push your way to go through the pack. And yes, you still see that a time or two, virtual or reality here in Martinsville. But one of the things that they've done since they've done the facelift to the half mile is allow it to be precision banking, precision groove, if you will. And then this is a flat surface. Don't take banking the wrong way. What I mean by that is multiple grooves of racing, and we will see that here. You might even see them stack them 3 wide, 4 wide if the opportunity presents itself.
Don't jinx it, Wesley, because I'm not so sure Martinsville can handle 3 wide as we see side-by-side battles going throughout the field. 33-22 side-by-side. We do have our first official retiree from the race, as Boyd Hogan has officially parked it. Yeah, Boyd Hogan has officially gone behind the wall. Kraus doesn't really a retiree. Kraus kind of had his hands
disqualified. Yeah, he got disqualified.
Yeah, but Boyd Hogan has gone behind the wall in the number 96, done for the day. So with that being the case, we now have 17 cars left on the racetrack, 16 of which are on the lead lap.
Down the back straightaway they go, back into the corner. Watching this battle now with Navarro, Stravado, Rolls continue. Down the straightaway, back across the stripe.
Navarro,
Jesse Powers in car 32 also, you see him.
Yellow.
And we have another caution.
Will Duvall in the number B32 is involved. Here we take a look at the swag replay, Wesley.
Will Duvall, one of our in-race reporters, going around.
Yeah, he got
doesn't look like it's that bad.
That was the 18 of
Kyle Busch.
Well, yeah, the Kyle Busch.
No, it's Braden Black. It's Braden Black. Look like Kyle Busch there for a second, but it's actually Braden Black's car. Well, we're under caution. Hey, we got guys on the pit lane coming to the pits.
And it looks like we got all of them, Wesley. They're coming to you.
You notice I avoided the word pit stop.
You avoided it until you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes Garrett Maines onto the pit lane, and all these drivers coming in for service. He's going to make his way to pit stall 1. And the car number 1 machine out of Powelton, Virginia, the Sadler Esports entry. Right side, new side tires on the right. New side tires coming onto the left side now. Filling up that can of 2 cans of Sunoco fuel and leaving as he roars off of pit lane. Garrett Maines, also everyone else behind him, including Silva and Peck. These are the first 3 in the race off pit road. Where's the race off pit road? Where's the line we had last night, Charles? Come on, buddy. Where's that line at? Remember the camera? That was Texas. Last night was Texas. The race off pit road. The camera. It's lap 50. Hey, while we're under the yellow flag, 50 laps in, let's give you a full field rundown of the way they stand here in round number 9 of the Monday Night Cup Series, powered by World of Thunder on LSR TV. Jesse Powers will now cycle back around as the leader, but his cars did come down to the pit lane. Jesse Powers is the leader in 32. Jake Silva second of the 78. Gary Peck is third of the 511. Garrett Maines, who pitted first, comes out first, and he'll restart in 4th. Dylan Parker is currently in 5th. Jared Mogard 6th. Jason Maines is 7th. Stravato is 8th and 33. Brett Rolls is 9th. And Ryder Strouf right now rounds out the top 10.
So top 10 rundown here. And a
full field rundown. Greg, we're doing a full field rundown.
Oh, we're doing a full field rundown. Sorry, yes. I missed that. We got
it's all good.
Will Duvall in the number B32 in 11th. Cody Gatsky in the number 27. Andrew Navarro. Ted Emmenizer. Caden Atkins after the spin back in 15th. Braden Black is the first car 1 lap down in 18th. However, he was the driver involved in the caution. Then you got Brandon Bullock in the number 21. He got the lucky dog as a result of that. 2 drivers behind the wall. That's our best friends, Jaden Krause and Boyd Hogan.
That's your top 20 along with Daniel Hendra, Mason Mueller, Zachary Sagernamano, and AJ Albreda. Some of the drivers that are currently out of the race as well. So under the yellow flag, the lights are going to go off for the pace car. We'll get ready to come back for the restart. On the green flag, lap 52. They'll come back to green. Under 200 laps remaining. 75 to the halfway mark. And it'll now be Jesse Powers to bring him to green as they come to the Geico restart zone. Big jump over the field. He'll pull away. Shades of Garrett Maines as he roars on the restart into 1.
But he's got a lot of damage on the rear of that car. 3 wide behind him.
I told you.
Talking about there, Wesley.
3 wide. They're about to go 4 wide. They thought better of it.
Making the outside. One car getting punted up. I believe that was Silva in the number 78 getting punted up. He's going to fall well back in this one. I think he's going to fall outside the top 10. And he's going to settle in exactly 10th.
Trouble.
That one.
In the wall, the 511, Gary Peck, second time he's been in a caution. He will continue along, but the yellow flag had already fell. Another swag caution and a swag instant replay for the 511.
Gary Peck, you see there was the 78 up the track. You're watching the 511, black car with yellow numbers right there. That's Mogard behind him. Ooh, just a slight touch and around goes the 511 of Peck. So under
another.
caution.
Yeah, go ahead. Another yellow flag, another swag caution, and swag instant replay.
Garrett Maines back out front where he's been for most of the race. He's led the most laps in the Sadler Esports number 1. Speaking of Elliott Sadler, did you see that not 1 but 2 drivers in the Cup Series this week at Darlington are going to be paying tribute to Elliott Sadler this weekend?
Awesome.
You got John Hunter Nemechek, who's running for Front Row Motorsports. He's paying tribute to him, running a scheme inspired by Elliott Sadler's paint scheme in 1999 when he drove for the Wood Brothers. And Kyle Busch paying tribute to his sponsor M&M's first win in the Cup Series. That came with Elliott Sadler of Texas.
You're exactly right. Yep. And nobody will ever forget Sadler's crazy flip at Talladega.
Again,
the crazy one at Talladega.
He did that 2 years in a row in the same race.
Well, the first one when he crashed on his own, that was a terrible crash when Alan Bestwick was on the call. Braden Black, by the way, got a wave around. He'll get back on the lead lap, it looks like.
Garrett Maines leading the way. Braden Black back on the lead lap in the number 18 in that Kyle Busch inspired M&M's Toyota. He's got a lot of front end damage, and Wesley, a lot of drivers have damage here at Martinsville, and that's pretty much typical of this racetrack, is it not?
And it's early in the going too. We still have over 200 laps left to go. 193 to be exact.
I say we run a poll. Let's ask the chat. Will the race winner... Actually, no, I'm going to change this up. Will every single car have damage by the end of this race? Question for the chat. Will every single car in the field have damage at the end of this race?
Well, I'll do one better for you. You're going to call that chat, and I'll call this one to the chat. I'll poll the chat box. Do you think the leader at halfway, lap 125, is going to win the race at lap 250? There you go.
So there's your two questions, chat.
Understanding it's Gary Peck in the 511 again.
Same as last time. Here we see him. That's him in the 511. Black car with yellow numbers. That's Braden Black. Ooh.
Oh,
Ammonizer
wow.
there as well. Yikes.
But the Candyman might have got into him there.
We'll take
From
one
another
more
angle.
look at it. I have a picture-perfect view of it here. Yeah, just a hair.
Trying to go 3 wide. Can't do it in the corner, Greg.
Fortunately, Wesley, Mars Candy, which is the parent company of M&M's, they do not produce the Crunch Bar, but that's pretty much what just happened to Gary Peck there.
Now that's Nestle.
Yes.
Under caution, back with more in a moment here on the Monday Night Cup Series on LSR TV. 60 laps in, Garrett Maines back out in front after a cycle of yellow flag pit stops. He leads the way. We're under yellow. Back with more in a moment. Back here at Martinsville Speedway, getting ready for the restart for what has been, the 9th caution flag so far in this race?
I think. No, it's not the 20th, as our producer says, but
Not
I do
20th.
believe
It's at least the 8th or 9th. It's the 8th or 9th.
I believe it's 9. I believe it's 9. So
I think
Swag,
so too. I lost count.
Swag Esports definitely got to be excited seeing their logo pop up as much as they are with the Swag caution and the Swag replays that those cautions produce. But here we go, back to green. Over under in the chat. Will we make it 5 laps here on this green flag run? Green flag in the air. Garrett Maines leads them again.
Back to green. Garrett Maines pulling away again on the field like he's done on so many other occasions. Meanwhile, they're bunched up with Powers, battling alongside with Rolls. Maines, his father in the top 5 now as they roar to speed in 3.
That's the other Sadler Esports Motors coming to lap 67. Let's see what happens here. Maines leading. Parker having a nice run. We haven't talked about Dylan Parker a whole lot, but he's having a very good run, Wesley. Started 13th. He's in second and has been up there for a majority of this race.
Really turned things around a couple of weeks ago for the Bristol race. Got himself a top 5 podium finish at that deal. Sitting there in a good spot of the number 3 machine as it worked his way off the corner. Back out of turn number 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. Look at this other battle brewing for position behind Navarro. Mogard, all in that mix down the back straightaway going to 3.
One of our in-race reporters, Brett Rawls, in the 17, going the wrong way there as he was up in the top 5. He has fallen back to 9th now with that pass by Mogard. Mogard, he was up in the top 3 for a while. He fell back outside the top 10. He's starting to make his way back up through the field. He's another one of those drivers, Wesley, that you have to keep an eye on no matter where they are at. Track-wise, Jared Mogard's going to be up in the mix by the end of it. Sitting in 8th right now in the Chevy Camaro, trying to track down Andrew Navarro in the number 22. He's had a nice recovery as well as he brought out the first caution of the night. It seems all the way back on lap number 3.
Lap 125 will officially be halfway of this event. 250 miles, 250 laps is the race distance. 125 miles here this evening. This is a half-mile track. You take 250 divided by 2, 125 miles on this half-mile facility here this evening. So again, out in front, Garrett Maines, still in Parker, leading the way. Jesse Powers in 3rd, Father Maines in 4th, Stravado 5th, Atkins is 6th, Navarro 7th, Mogard 8th, Rolls and Silva round out the top 10 as we approach lap 70.
Top 2 have broken away. Maines is 2.7 seconds ahead of Parker last time by. We'll see what it is at the strike this time. 3.114, but then it's 3 seconds back and we got a
trouble. Duvall and Brett Rolls. It's our in-race reporters. They have wrecked each other.
Oh, they're in the same TeamSpeak channel, Wesley. I think we need to dial them up and see what's going on in the chat down there. Here we see Brett Rolls in the 17.
Our in-race reporters have took each other out. This should be an interesting conversation.
Oh, we're bringing them both
meeting
up.
of the minds here, as both of our in-race reporters have crashed each other. Will, what's your take on what happened?
Well, I saw the contact in front of me, and all I could do is just get on the brakes and hope I didn't hit him, which I got lucky and I didn't hit him, so I would just sit there and basically just waited on him. I think I gave him a little bump, but I didn't do any damage to the car. I don't think I added any damage to his car, so I think we're all right.
Brett Rolls, are y'all still friends?
Oh, yeah, it was nothing to do with him. He just got caught up, had nowhere to go.
Y'all didn't help us any. We wanted ratings.
Ratings. All right, I can do that. Brett, how could you do that? Spit out in front of me.
I tell you, I'm going to whoop his ass. I'll hit him with that smoke.
It's supposed to be a family program now. You ruined it.
Hey,
you wanted ratings, you know.
Oh, wow.
Hashtag
So, we're going to have to buy Wesley some makeup so he can make up his mind.
No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. You guys are okay. We'll let you go. There's Brett Rolls and Will Duvall, and we apologize for the dropping of the language there. So he said he's going to buy me some makeup so I can make up my mind. Did you hear that, Greg? Oh, my goodness. That was a good one. I got to admit, that was a good one.
I laughed. Under caution once again here. We made it 7 laps that time for those who were keeping track in the chat. 7 laps, the distance of that green flag run. Andrew Navarro stayed out in the number 22, so he's going to inherit the race lead on this restart, Wesley. And do you like the call after working your way back into the top 10? And with how short the green flag runs are, why not just stay out and get some track position here?
That's exactly right. Now Andrew Navarro will be the new leader. Garrett Maines will fall back to 2nd, Parker 3rd, Stravado Maines the top 5. Lap 75 complete. Working lap 76 and another yellow flag. All cautions are brought to you by Swag and instant replays as well. Get on board with the Shark at Smith Wraps and Graphics. So our in-race reporters take each other out. My words, not theirs. And they And they're okay with one another, so that's all good.
We're going to get some makeup sponsors for them for next week's race.
Yeah, so they can make up their mind. Exactly.
Yeah, get
Lights are off on the pace car. Hey, by the way, don't forget, next Monday night, a Monday Night Cup Series doubleheader. You don't want to miss. The first race will be at Watkins Glen. That will be the road course event. And then at nighttime, under the lights at like 11 o'clock Eastern, they're going to race Talladega at night. Talladega will be in the daytime, obviously, because they don't have lights. But our nighttime, prime time broadcast will be at Talladega at night.
You remember Wesley?
It'll be fun.
Remember, Wesley, the Northwest Racing Series, as we go back green, they're off that night, so we may see a few North Racing Series drivers participate in that on the off night.
It'll be a Labor Day. It'll be a Labor Day Monday doubleheader extravaganza that you do not want to miss on LSR TV. We're back to green.
3 wide there as Navarro fading back in the 22. Gamble not paying off so far here. As Garrett Maines back to the lead in the number 1. I know I'm going to be campaigning, and I've already got 3 interested Northwest Racing Series drivers interested in competing in that doubleheader next week. So we'll see how it goes. Garrett Maines in the number 1, AJ Stravato in second.
80 laps in. As Garrett Maines is the man leading the way. Wow, one car way up the top of the racetrack off the pace, it looks like, is Atkins' machine. He'll keep on going. And Navarro also with a problem in the 22. He'll keep on going as well as they roar their way back into the corner out of turn 2 to the back straightaway. And guess who's closing in behind him? Ted Immunizer, all these other cars, the 511, Gary Peck in that mix as well.
Trying to close in. The gamble did not pay off for Navarro in the Virgin Mobile number 22. But
Remember, Gary is a lap down, so if we get a caution, he will get the lucky dog and get back on the lead lap here, Greg.
Is the first driver 1 lap down, waiting for that caution. Then you got both our in-race reporters, Rolls and Duvall, behind him, trying to get back on the lead lap. And Black in the 18 is on pit road in the M&M's Camry, and he is showing no signs of coming off pit road. So either he's getting damage repaired or he has decided to cut his losses and park it for the night. As we click him away, lap 85 of 250, Garrett Maines leading the way. And Wesley, with a race that's going the way it has, we've had this happen in this series before here on LSR TV. Have to keep an eye on the time limit every once in a while just to see where we are at. Right now, no concern as we've got about 2 hours left. But if this race keeps going caution, the more and more cautions you have, the more and more that time limit creeps its way up into the picture.
That's right. Time not on your side. There was one race, I want to believe it was possibly Charlotte.
Texas. Texas.
Texas was another one, yes, where time literally got called. Due to time constraints, the race got called, and they ran out on a time limit, and they didn't play around. I think it was like the time minus 10 laps to go. And because the time limit had been passed, they decided not to end the races. They got Black off the pace on the bottom of the racetrack as they go to turn number 3. They worked their way off of turn 4, back down the front straightaway. Black's car still not to power. There's a problem on the 18.
He just came off pit road after getting some of that damage repaired, but there's still a lot left on the M&M's Camry. So Braden Black 6 laps down right now, just trying to truck along as much as he can and just click laps away and try to gain in any positions he can. Unfortunately, whoa, up in front of him, Peck in the 511 sliding up the track. That's going to cost him the lucky dog position as both Rolls and Duvall might be able to get up there soon, as Brett Rolls creeping up into the picture. He's still a ways back, but with Peck having those problems, keep your eye on the lucky dog right now.
Got to stay in that position for sure. He's right now the man that if a caution was to come out, he'd get back on the lead lap. Everyone else would get the wave around. If they decided not to come to the pits at the 1 to go, they'll get one of their laps back. Right now you have a total of 4 cars a lap down, including the driver of Gary Peck, Brett Rolls, Will Duvall. Right now, those are your drivers that are currently right now on the tail end of the lead lap is Brandon Bullock in the 21 machine. But we're watching these drivers work their way. Look out! sideways. Hold on. And he will spin it. That's Bullock in 21. I was just mentioning Brandon Bullock, and he'll spin the 21 car. He got another car helping him up against the fence on the outside of turn 4. And the yellow flag will come out for the 11th time here at Martinsville. Another swag, caution, swag, instant replay coming up, Greg.
May have been the 78 of Jake Sylvia that was the other driver involved. Taking a look at the swag replay. You see the 21
There's
going
Bullock.
around. That Parker, wow! Did we get an onboard, perhaps, of the 3 of Dylan Parker? What he saw, that was the 33 of Stravato. That was the other driver involved in that.
Wow.
Cody in the truck. Can we get an onboard of what Dylan Parker saw in the number 3? Because he had to lock it up and come almost to a stop to avoid that. Here we go. This is on board with the 21. Here we go. On board with the 3. Let's see what he saw here.
Dylan Parker in front of Bullock. Look at this. Whoa! Saved by the bell. And then the 33 involved in the caution as well of AJ Stravato. Free pass will go to Gary Peck. He will go back on the lead lap. Wave around will come at the 1 to go. And there are cars also on the pit lane for pit stops.
Garrett Maines already came in and out. Stravato and Ebenezer's.
Yes.
Stravato and Ebenezer stayed out.
Well, Stravato was a part of that caution, so no wonder. He definitely
He's
want to go
currently
back
being
down.
scored as the race leader, Wesley, as he has led that lap. So Stravato, he's coming down this time, but he will get credit for leading the lap here. Ebenezer in the modified in the number 8, no intentions of coming down pit road. He's going to inherit the race lead here.
We have these pit stops happening, these cycle of pit stops continuing along. Closing in on lap 100. Closing in on lap 100 here at Martinsville. And now it looks like Ted Ebenezer is going to be scored now as the new leader. Garrett Maines, Dylan Parker, Bogart, Atkins, Power right there. All these drivers currently in the top 5. Take a quick step away. Back with more in a moment. This is the Monday Night Cup Series, powered by World of Thunder, on your home for sim racing, LSR TV. And don't forget, coming up later tonight, Justin Prince, Greg Rentz in the booth. I'm on pit road for the Northwest Cup Series from Auto Club Speedway, 11:10 on your home for sim racing. Back with the green flag in the air on the restart quickly. Another battle now in the restart battle between Maines. He's got some company battle alongside, but now Maines will clear and pull away back to 3.
Maines clear in the number 1, getting out to the lead. Dylan Parker back up to 2nd. Look who's gotten up to 3rd, Wesley. Jared Mogard has entered the chat in the 00. Haven't seen him up front in a few laps as he had to shuffle back outside the top 10. He has slowly made his way back up.
But you remember, he was one of those drivers that we were talking about that, he just kind of plays possum until it's the right time to strike. And when it is, he makes it count.
Caution.
And another yellow flag, another swag caution. And here's your instant replay, and I think it's the Candyman, Braden Black.
This is going into turn number 3. That's Navarro behind him, I believe, who got loose.
Oh, wow.
Got loose and nowhere for Navarro to go except into the back of him and send him up into the wall. Braden Black, the Candyman, definitely not having the day he wanted. Approaching lap 100 as well. 25 laps from halfway and 12 cautions now, right, Wesley?
Yes.
I think.
Yes, sir. Yellow flag number 12. Looks like Aunt Kathy and Eric Cheney are having a little
Discussion
debate
about
in the
short
chat
track
box.
racing.
Yeah. Hopefully Eric avoids pit stops tonight for
Yeah,
the
no pit
Northwest
stops
Cup
for
Series
Cheney.
at Auto Club.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Under caution here again. Garrett Maines leading the way. I'm keeping my eye, though, on that 00, Wesley. Jared Mogart, we've talked about him. I'm keeping my eye on him to make some noise here before this is over. But I've been so impressed with my 2 times getting to see Garrett Maines race. Tonight and last Wednesday at Iowa in the Swag Esports Outlaw Late Model Series. I'm so excited to see Garrett Maines develop because he has proven to be one of the fastest drivers on the field here tonight. Braden Black has parked it behind the wall in the number 18, done for the night.
Yeah, he's done for. He even gave a bon voyage in the chat box as well. Says, okay, guys, see you. Nice racing with all you guys. I'm Braden Black. So the Candyman for the Monday Night Cup Series is out. Braden Black, another car out of the race. That makes now 16 remain on the track. The 23 starters.
Eric Cheney says
100 laps.
Eric Cheney says he's not running the Auto Club race tonight. I think that depends. No, whether or not he buys the track. Garrett Maines on the race lead in the number 1. Dylan Parker sec. Jared Mogard in 3rd. Caden Atkins, nice recovery for him. He's back up to 4th in the number 2. Jesse Powers still ticking along in that number 32. The Dale Earnhardt Sr., Dale Earnhardt Jr. tribute kind of beat up there on the back, but still going along, Wesley.
Nice looking car. And a lot of tribute throwback cars will be used this weekend for the NASCAR Cup Series at Darlington for the Cookout Southern 500. That will be Sunday. Always love seeing those retro throwback colors.
Always
That'll be
my
pretty neat.
favorite race of the year. Coming to green once again, Wesley.
Pace car drops onto the pit lane. Garrett Maines, Dylan Parker, the 1 and the 3 on the front row. As they'll make their way back to the Geico restart zone after the completion of the 12th swag caution of the race. Green flag goes back in the air. And just like so many times before, Maines with another superb restart pulls away from the pack in turn 1.
Look at Mogard in the 00. Got a nice run on the inside, but could not clear Parker. Dylan Parker able to get down. Saw the 22 of Navarro just barely tap the wall off of turn number 2 as he's now under pressure from Jason Maines, the father of Garrett Maines. As Jason gets around him, move Jason up in the 7th, now going after Sylvia in the 78.
In the turn 3, watching these drivers up the racetrack, couple of cars at the wall. Continue, no harm, no foul. Caden Atkins is one of them in the 2 car. Up in the fence.
Up in the
Mogard
top
involved in
5, Jared
00
Mogard
as well.
That was 3rd and 4th on the restart there, so not sure what happened between them. But Atkins doesn't look too happy with Mogard right now, as he's giving him 1 bump, 2 bump.
Let's see if we can take a look on a production truck of the replay of what happened between these 2 guys.
Here first.
As right now they're exchanging a pass as Atkins will clear Mogard.
All right, so settle down.
Things settle down here. Let's take a look at the swag replay. Under green flag, watch the 00 and the tube on the upper left of your monitor.
There they are, right there. That's for 3rd. 1 shot.
No, I don't know if that, yeah. Maybe Mogard.
And
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. He came up on him. That's why Mogard did not like that. And then you had Atkins come back and say, okay, well, you want to do that to me, I'll return the favor.
Meanwhile, Garrett Maines has opened up a 3-second lead now over Dylan Parker while that was going on. There you see Mogard and Atkins right there. But Garrett Maines in the number 1, the Sadler Esports Smithfield entry, once again on cruise control in that Toyota.
In the words of our producer, tempers flaring. There goes Travato in the wall. That's Andrew Navarro. Navarro having a little scare there in 22, right in front of the pack. Bounces off the safer wall barrier, and there's the caution flag.
Oh, it's one of our in-race reporters, Brett Rolls.
By himself, it looks like, in 17. Let's see if he just lost it.
It's coming in alternate 4, just caught the curve. Doop.
And we go under the yellow flag. After 100 laps, let's check in our in-race reporters. First with Will Duvall. Will, back inside the top 15. House car 32 right now as we approach over 100 laps.
Hi, bud. I'm broke.
All right, thank you. He has a lap down on the racetrack. Joining us, Brett Rolls just brought us under the caution flag for the 13th time. Another swag caution. How badly damaged is the 17?
I don't think we got any damage, really. I think it's mostly just cosmetic. Just caught the curb there coming out of 4. Got up on the concrete. Around she went.
I mean, did you just not realize there was a curb there? Did you overshoot the car? What?
Wesley, you ran out of talent.
Oh, definitely did.
Oh,
there's not enough dirt on this track.
There's not enough dirt on this track. Brett Rolls is a dirt racer a lot. Hey, Brett, by the way, you are the inaugural winner of the Monday Night Cup Series. How exciting that was about 2 months ago at Daytona.
Yeah, it was really exciting. I'm looking forward to Talladega next week. We do really well on the super speedway tracks, and I'm telling you, I've said it before the race started, we just need to fill this place up with water and go get an aquarium to drop a load of fish in here and just go fishing here.
Wow. Will, back to next week. You're involved with the Monday Night Cup Series, obviously the World of Thunder. Next week, a doubleheader. Talk about it.
Tentatively, that's the plan. We're going to run Homestead, Miami, the regular scheduled race, and then we got to make up our Talladega race. So the plan is to run the Homestead, Miami race, and as soon as that one's going down, while interviews going on, we're going to get the Talladega race up.
Wait a second. I thought it was Watkins Glen.
It might be. Heck, I don't know.
Oh, I would love it to be Watkins Glen.
I thought it was Watkins Glen. I thought Watkins Glen was the nighttime race at 8 o'clock, and then 11 o'clock would be the Talladega race.
It might be that. I don't remember.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I ran one race at the new road course at Daytona, and after one lap, I missed Watkins Glen.
Charles, it is Watkins Glen in Talladega next week, correct? Our producer.
So I'll open this up. We're gonna say this. We assume it is Watkins Glen. Our schedule got deleted by somebody, so we don't know. But we're going with Watkins Glen because why not? It's the Glen.
I wonder who that somebody was who the schedule got deleted by.
Under the yellow flag here at Martinsville, closing in 10 to halfway. All right, guys, we'll let you go. Thank you. That's Will Duvall and Brett Rolls. Lights are off of the pace car after the completion of our 13th caution. Swag Esports caution. We'll get ready to come back for the restart. And we're not even halfway through this race yet, gentlemen. We could have another caution. We can see 20-plus caution flags. Back to green.
Wesley got naughty words out of our producer's mouth on that one. Garrett Maines out to the lead. Dylan Parker in second. Jesse Powers up to third. And around goes Ted Ebenezer into number 8 behind him. We stayed green for the time being. Ebenezer with a big slide. There's the caution. Jared Mogard behind the wall in the 0-0. But we're under caution. We did not complete a lap that time.
We had to throw caution so our in-race reporter Will Duvall didn't crash into him. That's what's coming after.
Whoopsies. Off with
he just lost it.
2.
He just lost it.
Oh, nice shout out to Blue Emu, proud sponsor of Landon Castle there.
Look at there's our partner.
The ball.
Yeah, Blue Emu. Drive fast and you won't stink, as they say in the commercials all the time. They did. Absolutely. Like right out of the gate. Yeah, this ain't working. You're out. Oh my goodness. The chat box, pretty lively.
Under caution here,
hopefully,
and
yeah.
Wesley, I think I'm looking at the driver chat right now. It's something that the iRacing server has. I think some of our drivers are getting a little bored here in the chat because Dylan Parker and Garrett Maines are just having fun with each other in the chat at this point.
Everybody getting flustered. 14th caution. 14 cautions. Not even halfway here in this 250 lap race for the Monday Night Cup Series. We're 1 hour in of a 2 hour and 40-minute time limit.
And we are not halfway. We're 4 laps from halfway. So I think we'll be good on time, but it'll be close.
Tomorrow night, remember to join us right here on your home for sim racing and on CRN for an historic event for the first time ever. It will be the LSR TV Stadium Super Truck Series, Wild Horse Motorsports Park in California, Swaggy Sports coverage, and it should be a good one.
I'm going to be watching that one on LSR TV, watching along on that one tomorrow.
Eric Fulton and myself on the call. Wednesday night from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, some road course racing. Twin 20s. For the Outlaw Super Late models. Yes.
Yeah, super late model road course. You don't see that very often, but when you do, it is one heck of a scheme.
Thursday night. One race left before the playoffs for the AMA, American Motorsports Association Next Gen Challenge Series. Myself and Derek Fulton will be on the call for that. Brett Rolls as well on Thursday, followed by the trucks taking off for Labor Day. Remember what me and Greg were talking about. The Northwest iRacing Truck Series this Thursday are off, and they're off next Monday in observance of Labor Day.
Yeah.
That is why we have a doubleheader for the Monday Night Cup Series World of Thunder. Green flag back in the air, closing in on halfway. Greg, 2 laps to green to the halfway marker, and Garrett Maines pulls away again on Parker.
And we got a couple. I believe it was Atkins going around. Nope, it was the 78 to Sylvia. Oh, it's Gatsky, the 27 going around. Swag replay coming once again.
By the way, 15th swag caution flag of the race.
And just a little bit of a tap from Navarro.
Aunt Kathy, I might need you to help me keep count, young lady. 15
yeah, we're announcers.
cautions.
We're bad at math. Aunt Kathy knows I'm bad at math. She's a teacher.
Oh, they got a shot drinking game going on in the chat box. Every time there's a caution, take a shot.
We at LSR TV are not responsible for any alcohol poisoning that may occur in that.
Hey, don't use that word. It's adult beverages.
Make sure you're over the age of 21.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are under the caution flag just after halfway here. Round number 9 of the Monday Night Cup Series, powered by World of Thunder. Wesley Outland, Greg Rentz. In-race reporters include for LSR TV, Will Duvall and Brett Rolls. In the production chair, Charles Wooten. 16 cautions in the first half of the race, Greg, and we're still not done yet.
Dylan Parker's sitting in the car singing Bon Jovi right now. Whoa, we're halfway there.
Whoa!
Parker has gotten bored. Living on a prayer.
Living on a prayer.
On that last restart, he was singing Who Let the Dogs Out. Dylan Parker in that number 3 has reached peak boredom behind the wheel of that number 3 right now.
Wow. So you get all sorts of entertainment on LSR TV. You even get the musical interlude at halfway. This is intermission.
And we apologize for that.
Oh my
for that,
goodness! I think we just lost about half of our viewers because of that horrible singing.
I'm gonna get smacked by Aunt Kathy next time I see her for that one, for disgracing Bon Jovi with that.
Aunt Kathy says, "I love me some Bon Jovi, just not us singing it."
Hey, I got in trouble. I got in trouble for with Aunt Kathy one night of the race to Wenatchee because I was playing. I believe it was "Living on a Prayer." It was either "Living on a Prayer" or "It's My Life." It was one of the Bon Jovi songs. I was playing it at the racetrack.
Yeah.
I was playing it at the racetrack, and I had to cut it short because qualifying was getting ready to start, so I had to cut it short to get yelled
you
at.
made her mad.
I got a very stern text message from Aunt Kathy that night.
How dare you cut off my song?
That's pretty much exactly it, except it was, how dare you cut off Bon Jovi? How dare you cut off my husband, John Bon Jovi?
Sounds like they're playing the drinking game too, singing that.
Maybe we are, maybe we're not.
Equinox, I promise you, I am sober. Right now, I'm sober.
Hey, we're just
by midnight, I might give you some red wine.
Oh boy, we got a cup race at that point.
Good song, yes sir. And I'm on pit road, so I'll be stumbling up and down pit road. You know.
Don't get run over.
We're running. running to the virtual pit boxes. Jeff stabbed out, run me over on pit road.
And Kathy says John Bon Jovi's her future ex-husband. I know.
I don't know about all that, but good luck to you if that's what floats your boat. Green flag back out. We're halfway home. Let's let you kick the asphalt and feel the thunder. Maybe these guys can go 3 laps without a caution. Enjoy it. Wow.
Yeah, Dylan Parker's bored.
Kicking the asphalt. Let's do it, Cody. Where you at? Caution out at the end of our kicking the asphalt segment. 17th yellow flag. Swag caution coming out here. Well, Greg, at least they got like 4 laps in.
Yeah, something like that. See what happened here.
Eric Cheney says this league would be perfect for me. There's a caution every 8 laps.
You see the reason for the caution right there.
Oh, Eric, you can win on process of elimination and avoiding your bathroom breaks.
There's a smash the pass joke in here somewhere. Give me a minute, I'll think of it.
Big Bird.
Under caution here. Okay, we have reached an interesting section of the chat as drivers come in. Dylan Parker has entered a petition to make Garrett Main stay on the same tires to the end of the race. Caden Atkins says he seconds the motion, waiting for outcome of that as they're on pit road.
And meanwhile, Garrett Mains is on pit road changing tires. Yeah, you lost that idea.
I'm going to say motion denied.
under yellow flag again. 17th time. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of the Monday Night Cup Series.
Back on LSR TV, coming to our restart. Jesse Powers leading the way now in the number 2 after some different pit strategy. We're green, back here at Martinsville.
What in the world, man? What did you do to me?
Oh, contact! we meant.
Are the mics even back on yet? Oh, we're back. We're green. I got shuffled around all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Green back in the air here at Martinsville.
We gotta explain to the viewers what just happened. We were chatting with new race leader Garrett Maines in the number 1, having a little chat with him under caution. We'll see if we can drag him back up under the next caution for a check-in. Chatting with him, we went to move him back to his channel under caution coming to the green. Our producer accidentally moved Wesley, so all of a sudden it's like, where did Wesley go?
Your services are no longer required. Down the back straight away. Garrett Maines, the leader. There's Jesse Powers, Dylan Parker, and Navarro. All these drivers in this mix inside the top 5. And we are halfway through the event. Let's go and give you a quick full-field rundown of the way it stands here at halfway at Martinsville. Garrett Maines leads. Jesse Powers is second. Jason Maines is third. Stravato, 4th. Parker now 4th. Stravato, 5th. Atkins, Navarro, Sylvia, Peck rolls the top 10.
In 11th is Ryder Srofe in the number 58. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking up too far. Will Duvall in the number 32 is 11th. Ted Emenizer 12th. Then it's Srofe in the number 58. Bullock 1 lap down in the number 21. Cody Gatsky on pit road 13 laps down. That's the last car left in the server as everyone down beneath Jared Mogard, Braden Black, Jaden Krause, Boyd Hogan, Hindrip, Albrede, Sangermano, Saul, and Mueller have all disconnected from the server.
And there's 13 cars on the lead lap as we speak, and we're closing in on what will be the final 100 laps to go. There has been a total of 17 cautions. Now check that, make it 18. Swag, caution flags. Billy Smith, you're getting your promos in tonight, brother. Another swag, caution flag, and a swag instant replay for the 18th time in Martinsville, Greg.
Taking a look at what happened. Slide from the number 58. Just cat.
Tough break there for the 58 of Ryder Srofe. Ryder Srofe. That's what we go under the caution flag. Srofe. Everyone's coming out of pit load, and Garrett Maines is going to take on more tires.
Hey, I thought that was petitioned that he wasn't allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think we could drag him down now. We talked to him under that last caution during the commercial. Let's see if we can actually talk to Garrett Maines for real now. Yeah, we'll talk to him after the stop here as they are on pit road. Maines sliding into his stall, Wesley.
Pit stop. Making a pit stop and getting another set of 4 tires. Fuel going in. Track bar splash. There goes the 32 of Powers behind him. 2 pit stalls back at 3rd. And look at the man Maines pulling out of pits. I think he just took 2 tires. I think that was 4 tires on Garrett Maines. Let's check in on our leader from Powelton, Virginia, the Smithfield Foods entry for Sadler Esports, Garrett Maines. Garrett, man, things are going perfectly your way here at a last-minute decision to run the Monday Night Cup Series.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely disappointing to see Boyd get taken out early, but overall, like, if we could go green, I think this could be a really good race. We've had some stints that were good, but we've had some stints that were definitely not. Just hoping we can get it cleaned up and go the last 100 clean and green.
Yeah, I was going to say, running under caution is definitely not fun because you're not able to see who you can be able to run against. Am I correct?
Honestly, the most exciting parts of this race have been when people stayed out and, you get to come back through the field. I'm just kind of, I don't want to be doing that a lot because there's, no fast repair. You're going to actually have to serve your damage. But it's really cool. Me and my dad are on the front row now, so that should be good. And hopefully we can hold on for a 1-2.
All right, man. Well, you definitely hang in there. Everything's going your way. You're doing exactly everything you need to do, so keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So there is Garrett Maines.
Hey, our producer moved the correct driver out of our server.
No, I did that. Don't give the producer credit for what he didn't do, okay? I did it. At caution 15, our producer said he lost his sanity. And by the way, we are under yellow flag number 18.
Now we got a bet in the chat.
No, it's 19. 19 cautions.
Yeah, now we got a bet in the chat saying guessing how many cautions we will hit. And Kathy says 26. Eric Cheney says 24. And the question is, what if there's 25? Who wins? I win. I get the soda.
Well, it's like Price is Right. First person without going over is the winner.
Whoa. No, I did not agree to this. I did not agree to if it's any other number than 26 or 24, I buy. That is not how this works in this establishment.
Rinse boys, buy. Rinse buys, I agree. We're back to green here at Martinsville. Green back of the air.
All right, the Maines family 1-2 right now. Garrett Maines, Jason Maines leading the way. Top 2 right now, like Garrett mentioned, up 1-2 right now. See if they can hang on. Jesse Powers up to 3rd. Checking in with Dylan Parker. He is back in 9th now, Wesley, in that number 3 after running 2nd for quite some time. Shuffled back 3 wide in the middle.
3 wide!
He's in the wall! Contact between him and Emmenizer. And that's going to do quite a number to the back of the number 3. A lot of right rear damage on the 3 of Dylan Parker.
Gotta wonder. Yeah, you got to wonder how much damage he's going to sustain there.
Now
Man, that could have been a lot worse too, Greg.
He's gone from singing Bon Jovi to singing Daughtry. I crashed into you. Garrett Maines leading the way in the
catch that
1.
Down the straightaway they go. Oh, we got a couple of cars spun around. Yellow flag number 20.
We're getting close.
Oh, 20 cautions out now.
Was it Brett Rolls in the 17? Swag instant replay on screen. See what we got here off of turn number 2. Hello, Navarro.
Apparently, I'm under a flash flood warning in my location, so if I float away, you guys know what happened. Had nothing to do with that, great Cody. Don't go there. Our producer, a real clown.
Everybody take a shot. 20 cautions. I think if someone was playing the shot game, we would have liver poisoning at this point. Lap 157 of 250. Under caution for the 20th time tonight. AJ Stravado has parked it in the number 33 after being caught up in that last one. We have an hour and 20 minutes left in the time limit. I believe that is exactly halfway through the time limit, and we are 7 laps past halfway of the race. Interesting.
I gave up what to talk about a long time ago. I'm just happy to be here. Here come the cars coming on the pit road. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Oh, this is 20 caution flags. By the way, I'll just go ahead and throw it out real quickly. Big thanks to the great fine folks that is Swag Esports and Swag, that's Smith Wraps and Graphics, for jumping on board as one of our new major contributors. And don't forget, coming up in September, right here at virtual Martinsville Speedway, the inaugural E300. Yes, the E300, sanctioned by the Simulation World Auto Group, Swag Esports at Martinsville Speedway. $1,000 to win, $25 to start. Pole award, halfway leader, hard charger, hard luck, best appearing fan vote challenge, a big check, and a clock trophy up for grabs. Plus so many other things we're working on. Race will feature 300 laps, a halfway break at lap 151. Top 20 make it in on qualifying, just like the real race does every year. And then there will be 2 25-lap heat races. The last chance qualifiers will then take the top 10. There's your 40 cars. 2 provisionals, 42 cars will start. Right now, the cutoff is at 100 entries. Manconi Setup Shop is a fixed setup, and it will be open practice on the week before. It'll be live on LSR TV, The Weekly Racer, and CRN Sports for audio cast coverage. Saturday on Sunday, September 27th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central, on your home for sim racing. And again, more details on Swag Esports on Facebook for information as we get ready to come back for the restart after the 20th caution. Can we go green the rest of the way? Mains is gone again.
Told you I'm not good at math. I said lap 150 of 250s halfway. That just shows what happens when we get 20 cautions through this race. Garrett Maines has led far and away the most laps with his dad Jason behind him. Jesse Powers has done a nice job with that damage in the 32 car. Caden Atkins back up in the top 5 now, Wesley.
Oh, somebody's in the wall already.
Oh,
come on, Will, keep it together.
Into number 32, able to hang on for now.
Greg, hi bud, I'm broke. Quote of the year by Will Duvall.
That was great.
Yes. Oh.
Petition to have Will Duvall be the in-race reporter every single race we do on LSR TV, even if he's not spinning or driving. We got a caution 21 as Ryder Srope goes around. Replay.
Another caution.
Right in front of Duvall. Whee! Round he goes.
Holy cow. Another yellow flag. Under caution. We'll take a quick break. More from Martinsville in a moment.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, we're off and racing for 300 laps tonight, 300 laps tomorrow night. Look at car number 110. He said, look at me, I'm out the lead. He is right in the middle of the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen.
Back here at Martinsville, lights are off for the pace car, and the series director for the World of Thunder has had a meeting of the minds with the drivers in the iRacing virtual chat, telling them, guys, come on. You literally got to get it together. We are sick of the caution flags. And there is talks, if this race continues in the same pattern that it is, that, Greg, the race could be halted early. They could call the race off.
It is getting to that stage here as we're back green. 21 cautions down. Garrett Maines clicking them away. Wesley, this race wasn't supposed to be a night race, but the way we're going right now, it may wind up being a night race as we click the laps away. Remember, we do have the lights at Martinsville now, so it is possible. Right. But the race officials are not happy with how this race has gone, and we may see this race cut short if the cautions continue.
No, that's one of the things that are definitely being discussed is, guys, it's just not, it's getting to the point where there's so many caution flags, 21 caution flags to be exact, 21 cautions. And, you know, it gets to a point where, yeah, some of the races need caution flags, but we need this long green flag run, and we haven't had it yet. We have not had it yet. Braxton DeWeese joining us in the chat box. He's in the playoffs along with 11 other drivers. That'll be at Loudon, New Hampshire on Sunday for the playoffs for the Adrenaline iRacing League Cup Series. Coverage at 6:30 Eastern Sunday night on your home for sim racing right here on LSR TV. And guys, it looks like maybe the meeting of the minds with the World of Thunder officials is working, because we are literally getting them spread out and they're racing amongst themselves now.
Don't jinx it, Wesley. Clicking the laps away. Garrett Maines up to a 2-second lead over his father, Jason. 14 cars left left as Cody Gatsky has returned to the race. They're spread out, single file right now. All but Gatsky on the track right now are on the lead lap, so they're just trying to sort things out and click some laps away here. In this one, 21 cautions in the books, coming up on 75 laps to go. Next time by for Garrett Maines, the race leader.
Coming up on lap 175 here next time around. It'll be 75 laps remaining. That's my colleague Greg just reiterated on. Back straight away. The leader is still Maines. We got a couple of cars tangling just a little bit. No harm, no foul. That's the number 8 car, Ted Immenizer. He'll keep on going, and there is the yellow flag. Caution out for the 22nd time here at Martinsville. Got to give them props, though, guys. At least they did get at least 10 laps under their belt before the caution flag fell.
This is a controlled one, Wesley. This one came from the tower. No on-track accident. Cars coming to a stop.
That's it.
This is it.
The race is official. That's exactly what they said would happen. If the race to get, unofficially right now, we're waiting for the official word, but we were told that if there was another caution or something of that degree, the cars would stop on the racetrack unless they are having another meeting of the minds. I'm not sure. But all of the cars.
And there's Garrett Maines doing burnouts. Yeah, this race
it's official. It's official. Garrett Maines is the winner. It looks like he has won this race, Greg.
So it's a lot of drivers chatting up here in the laps leading up to that. So I'm wondering if the drivers may have voted to stop the race because of how long it was taking. But Garrett Maines, winner here tonight in Martinsville.
After 22 caution flags, the race is called on lap 175. Lap 175, the race has been called. And Garrett Maines for Sadler Esports picks himself up his first career Monday Night Cup Series win in his debut, Greg, to the Monday Night Cup Series powered by World of Thunder.
1 for 1 here in this one for Garrett Maines, your winner here tonight at Martinsville. Definitely not the way we wanted this race to end.
No, it's not. But what can you do? 22 caution flags. There were still 75 laps remaining. The call was made to call the race off at lap 175. And that's what they did. So normally I do say official results, but we are going to obviously tabulate and make sure they are correct. So for right now, we will say unofficial results as they go up on the screen.
We can't
pull up. That's exactly right. We cannot pull up the results.
So we'll have to go
just go to your timing and scoring, Greg. Garrett Maines is your winner. Jesse Powers is going to be scored in second unofficially. Gary Peck third. It'll be Jason Maines in fourth. Jake Silva, the top 5. Atkins is 6th. Brett Rolls is 7th. Dylan Parker 8th. Will Duvall 9th. And Ryder Schroff will finish in the top 10.
All right, you've got live timing different than I do because I've got the last completed lap. So, Wesley, you're going to have to finish this one off because yours is different than mine.
Okay. 11th is Brandon Bullock. 12th is Ted Emmenizer. Then you have Andrew Navarro 13th, Cody Gatsky 14th, AJ Stravato 15th, Jared Mogard 16th, Braden Black is 17th, Jaden Krause 18th, Boyd Hogan 19th, and Daniel Hendra is 20th. Mason Mueller, Zachary Sagernamo, and AJ Albreda are the full field rundown here tonight at Martinsville. So again, normally we have a graphic that puts up all the results, but again, the race is called due to so many wrecks and due to time, lap 175 of 250. And when it's said and done, honestly, Greg, the man that dominated it, Garrett Maines, wins it.
Yep, big one for Garrett Maines in the number 1 winner tonight here at Martinsville. But that was it's definitely not the way we wanted the race to end, but we'll see.
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we will grab a word with our top 3 unofficially here at Martinsville. Race called due to time after 22 caution flags with still 75 laps remain. Making his debut, Garrett Maines wins on his debut inaugural race with the Monday Night Cup Series. More on LSR TV when we come back after the break. Clan Wars, gamers hosting gamers worldwide. It is time for the Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up after a race called due to time constraints here at the Martinsville Speedway. And actually, the race was called on lap 175 of a scheduled 250 laps because, honestly, the people did not want to go anymore. After 22 caution flags, the race was again called by the World of Thunder officials. And again, in victory lane, making his debut with the Monday Night Cup Series, winning right out of the gate out of Powelton, Virginia. For Sadler Esports, Garrett Maines, another win to your credit, buddy. What is your take of Martinsville tonight?
You know, I thought it had a lot of potential when we went, green there at the beginning. I think it could have been really good. Just every time we got a yellow, we got a bunch more to follow it and just kind of drawled it out. But overall, I mean, the battles that were going on seem to have been good. Just with the drawn outness of the yellows, it definitely made this race longer than it should have been.
Well, Garrett, with the amount of restarts we saw on those restarts, you were a rocket out of the gate. What was it just made you so strong on those restarts? Was it setup or was it just experience?
Well, a few of them, I just, the restart box is only so big, so if you wait too long, I'm just gonna go, and I timed it there a couple of times. Then there were others where I just, everybody was on all tires in front of me, so I could just roll the high side on them. But overall, I mean, I felt like the restarts were pretty clean, so it was really cool to be able to, make moves like that and trust people, to not wash up, and it just sucks to have it called early, but I definitely understand why, you know what I mean?
So, Garrett, you now prepare for this race tonight, and obviously I'm assuming the reason why you and your dad did was to try to get acquainted with the big late model stock race coming up, the Swag E300 for Martinsville on September 27th, with a lot of money on the line, a lot of bragging rights, going for that grandfather clock, if you will. Definitely your take on preparing for that race tonight.
Yeah, I know my dad wanted to get some more experience. We ran cup cars here last night for another league, and he wanted to get some experience. He realized it was open, so I was like, oh shoot, well, let me help you out with the setup. So me and him, I got to work on a setup about 10 minutes before this race, just trying to get it to work. Haven't built anything on this current build or this current tire. But, once we got that straight, about 10 minutes into the race, I was like, well, shoot, Boyd's running, it should be a good battle. And it certainly was until, I think he got taken out pretty early, and just, that kind of made it a little less exciting for the lead. But I think it could have been a lot of fun, and hopefully my schedule will open up and I'll get to come back.
Sponsors.
I got to thank Smithfield, 101 CBD, SimSeats, Strickland Hardy, all the guys at Elliott Sadler Esports and Richmond Raceway for all their support.
All right, that's Garrett Maines again making his debut on the Monday Night Cup Series. He'll pick up the win. Daddy Jason will finish in second. Father, son, father, 1 and 2. Jason, what's your take of the crazy 22 caution-filled race here tonight at Martinsville? You finished second.
Yeah, it was a good race for me. That's my first race in an open setup at Martinsville last night. Was my first race in a Cup car and a fix. I think I finished 4th or something in that. And so just trying to learn from Garrett. He's so fast here. You get maybe a lap to see his line and learn from it. And then if you overdrive it, you pay the price. So it's always fun getting a race with him. That was one of the reasons I got back into sim racing, so I get to race with him.
Jason, you were running right around the top 5 all day, but it just seemed like through patience and some luck with all the cautions, you were able to work your way up into second. So how did you manage to stay out of trouble with all that action happening all around you at all points of the race?
Well, I've learned in racing that, you take what it gives you. I knew there's no way I was going to run with Garrett. I tried it one time and almost looped to go in the corner. So I knew from what I could see early on that the guys around me were fast, but they would burn their tires up and back up to me a little bit. So I just rode and like I said, took what it gave me and just drove people clean. And then I thought I did myself in. I sped on pit road. Instead of being third, I had to go back to the back again and come back up through there. So just being patient. I mean, that's what you have to do at these tracks, unless you've got so much skill level. When I say skill level, unless you're super comfortable with what you're doing, like Garrett, you're not going to be able to just go through there without wrecking people.
Well, for certain, I know you're going to get ready to pack up your bags and prepare for the next race, but obviously, did you learn anything from this race to prepare for the E300 race in September?
Yeah, I think I did. I mean, it's the line that he takes is very good, so I mean that helps me. But a lot of it's car control. The Cup cars are a lot looser than the the late models and stuff. So it's just seat time. You can never beat seat time. So tonight showed me that I am competitive. I'm not Garrett Maines competitive, but I am competitive.
Got sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, we got to thank Elliott Sadler Esports, all the guys over there for everything they do on all the open setups and the testing and stuff that goes into Road and Pro. And got to thank Bradley Mechanical. We got to thank Lennox Industries. They've helped me out for years and helping Garrett out now as well. So special thanks to 101 CBD. Greatly appreciate their help as well.
All right, that's Jason Maines, father to Garrett. He'll finish in the number 2 position. And finally, Jesse Powers in car number 32 will finish in 3rd. Jesse, last couple of weeks races on the Monday Night Cup Series, you've really showed signs of improvement, and I really love the throwback tribute to Dale Sr., Dale Jr. It looks really, really cool. And your thoughts on finishing 3rd here tonight on the podium at Martinsville?
It's survival tonight. I just wish we got some more green flag laps. I mean, I was just riding for a little while, just hoping something would happen. But we never could get going, and just caution after caution.
Jesse, you had damage on the back of that car early in the race. We noticed around lap 20 or so, and you were able to hang up there in the top 5 all day. How hard was it to be able to maintain competitiveness with that damage for that long?
Yeah, I gotta say, my setup was really fast. I gotta thank Boyd Hogan and Rocket Racing setups. On the beginning of the race, it was real strong. Then we got that caution, and somebody didn't slow up and rear into me. It messed my rear end up. It was hard. It was pushing real bad in the center, and I just couldn't get any speed coming off.
Well, I know definitely. What would you take from this race at Martinsville, or would you just scrap this race out of the memory blank, so to speak, because it being so caution-filled tonight, Jesse?
I think next time I'm going to keep a water ball next to me, just in case, Yeah, with all these caution laps, you never know what's going to happen.
Sponsors.
Yeah, I think AWS Roofing, GP3 Tire Solutions, and Boyd Hogan and Rocket Esports.
All right, that's the driver of the car, number 32, Jesse Powers. He'll finish on the podium in the number 3 position. Again, race called on by the decision of the World of Thunder officials. And again, Will Duvall, I'll bring you in here, our in-race reporter. It looks like Brett Rolls has already taken off. But Will, what's your take of the race here tonight at Martinsville?
Well, me and several of the people that are in there are going to be sharing some words and trying to get some drivers' heads screwed on straight. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm very, very disappointed in tonight. I don't think I've ever been a part of such a horrific race in the year and a half I've been on iRacing, and we're going to be making a lot of changes to straighten it up rolling into next week. We're not going to be putting up with that. We're not going to be putting up with drivers driving over their heads. It's a long race. Drivers need to be patient. They need to get their head screwed on straight and give and take a little bit. You got 250 laps. There's no reason to be pushing on lap 5 like it's the last lap of the race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. All right. That post-race wrap-up is presented by Clan War Servers. They're the official communications provider of Live Sim Racing. Greg Wrench, your final thoughts here at Martinsville before we wrap it up and get out of here.
Oh, wild one, Wesley. Tonight's race was brought to you by the color yellow, but it was a wild one here at Martinsville. Doubleheader coming up here next weekend here on LSR TV. So we're definitely looking forward to having 2 entirely different forms of racing in this one. Next week, we got road course and plate racing. Going to be very interesting with 2 very, very different forms of racing back-to-back here on LSR TV.
That's right. Tentatively next Monday night, a doubleheader for the Monday Night Cup Series to make up the race from a couple of weeks ago that was not broadcasted due to logistical problems. Talladega at nighttime along with Watkins Glen around 8 o'clock next Monday night.
Homestead.
Because don't forget, What?
Oh, it is Homestead.
It is indeed Homestead.
Okay, so we got.
Okay,
that
so I
confirmed.
understand
We
it's not
weren't
going to be Watkins Glen. It's going to be Homestead and Talladega. Homestead and Talladega are the races that they are doing for next week. Homestead, Miami Speedway at the 8 o'clock show, and then, of course, at 11 o'clock around that time, roughly to be announced, will be the Talladega race. So, again, just follow the World of Thunder iRacing League. Don't forget about the big third annual DirtFan.com Super Late Model Speed Week coming up to LSR TV on September the 13th through the 18th, and so much more. And coming up later tonight, beginning at 11:15 Eastern, Justin Prince, Greg Rentz, they'll be in the booth. I'll be on pit road, and we'll have coverage of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series from Auto Club Speedway. That, again, begins at 11:15. For in-race reporters Will Duvall and Brett Rolls, for Charles Wooten in the production chair, for Greg Rentz, I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Garrett Baines, the Virginian, makes his launching debut with the Monday Night Cup Series and wins after a crazy yellow flag wreckfest here at Martinsville. God bless you all, and please keep on praying for America.
This broadcast is the copyrighted work of LSR TV and may not be rebroadcast, retranslated, or used in any form without the express written consent of 52 Media LLC and iRacing.com Motorsports Simulations. LSR TV would like to thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.